So imagine a mother hearing her son is dying in New York, but then
And
I
nobody won't
tell
tell you why.
right. So she drives all the way to Brooklyn Hospital. She turns it out because I didn't have a pillowcase. I didn't have any covers. They treated me like shit. They didn't want to touch me. I had an IV in both arms. But when my mother got there, people started jumping. So she stood over me to my left, and her boyfriend, who was a minister, to my right. And my mother was the typical Black mother. Are you ready to ask God for forgiveness for being gay? And I took off my oxygen mask. I was like, nope, and put it back on. And so we had this little dialogue, and I was like, if you're going to pray for your son, you're going to pray for your gay son with AIDS, or you're not going to pray for me at all. And she said, we're going to pray. And my temperature was like 100. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I was 5 shades darker than I am now. And she said, in the name of Jesus. And as soon as she said, in the name of Jesus, and touched me, my body shook in that bed and my temperature went down. So I tell this story to tell people it was through the love of my mother who professed to Christ, who did not like the fact I was gay, but never forsaked me, never disowned me, who prayed over me. So you can never tell me I'm not anointed, and you can never not tell me God doesn't love me for who and what I am, because on my brink of death, when I was seeing my dead grandparents, when I was seeing dead spirits who I later realized were Orishas, my mother drove in the middle of the night and turned it out. So that changed my life completely. I was out then, but when you're on death's door and you have a disease that took out 100 of your friends the year before,
I could have, yeah.
And you're in a city where they treat you like dirt. I mean, when I called the ambulance, they made me take off my clothes to prove I wasn't a heroin addict because they didn't want to touch me. It made me walk down 3 flights of stairs and didn't want to touch me, and put me in a waiting room for 6 hours and didn't want to touch me. So I say all of that to say that African-American gay men and women and Latino gay men and women have to deal with racism as well as the rhetoric